All right, everybody. Welcome to the Preppers Net, February 8th, 2026. Falcon, I'll let you know I've already got you wrote down, sir, so you're registered. What we'll do is we'll just start taking registries right now. Please speak your call sign very slowly and clear. Let us know what state you're in, and we'll get you registered. If you'd like to monitor only, that is fine as well. While you're registering, let us know that you just want to monitor. Before you key up and try to register, please let me double check with the person that registered last. Thank you. At this time, registration for the net is open.
Hey, Red Bear, you broke up. If I understood you correctly, you already got me down?
Yes, I do, TC, and Falcon, I've got you down also.
Pennsylvania, Silver Soldier, under user 30-26.
Got Silver Soldier in Pennsylvania. Thank you very much for being here, Silver Soldier. Next person that would like to register, please go ahead. Hey, Red Bear, it's Keith in Louisiana. Hey, Keith, welcome back. Glad to have you here, brother. Next person, please go ahead.
This is Donna in Montana, checking in.
Well, good evening, Donna. Glad to have you here. Next person would like to register, please go ahead. One last check. Do we have anybody else that would like to register for the net tonight? Please go ahead. All right, we'll be checking throughout the net if anybody'd like to register, and I'd like to remind everybody if you'd like to monitor only, that is fine too. Just let us know while you're registering. A little bit of information real quick for everybody. You may want to get your pens and pencils out and a piece of paper. I'm going to give a short break here. After the net tonight, if you have any questions, we do have an email address. Any questions or comments? The email address is prepnetch14@gmail.com. Again, that is prepnetch14@gmail.com. If you have a question in the subject line, please put question. If you have a comment, please in the subject line, please put comment. I'm going to give one more short break here. We also have a YouTube account where we put all of our nets, and we also present an expanded presentation that dives deeper into the nets. So we recommend you go check that out, especially if you're behind on the nets, because we do keep them in order. And the YouTube channel is the @ like you would use in an email address at prepnet-talk2me. Again, that is at the @ prepnet with a capital P and a capital N -talk to me. Talk with the number 2 and the word me, all one word, at prepnet-talk2me. Thank you very much, everybody. I'm going to give one more break. At this time, Jim, if you're ready to go ahead and come grab this mic and get this show started for us, we'll pass the mic to you, sir.
Hey, thank you, Red Bear, and everybody on the check-in there. Well, let's get going. And as this sounds like I've been saying this forever, this is all about electricity. Part 18, lithium iron phosphate batteries. Solar panels, part 3, and that's the last we're talking about, the solar panels, sort of. We'll continue discussing the solar panels and answer the question, how do I wire the solar panels together to get the maximum output out of my array? The first thing is to get the maximum out of your solar array is to have all the solar panels the same. Their wattage, voltages, and currents need to be matched for the best performance. And a suggestion here, I would get the most common voltage and wattage solar panels there are. This will make it easier to replace if needed. Great. In my case, I decided on 12-volt, 100-watt solar panels, as I can use them for one panel to charge my car batteries or portable LFP batteries that I built. We had a session on that. I can use two of them in series to directly charge my main 24-volt system, or I can use four in series to maximize my charging with smaller wiring. This is why it is important to design your system before you purchase any equipment, so you can get all your solar panels at once in the same configuration. It's easier and cheaper to change things on paper than in real life. Great. I have provided links to a few videos that discuss what happens when you use different solar panels together. Look for those in the video description under Mixing Different Solar Panels. We'll briefly look at connecting one solar panel, two or more panels in parallel, two or more in series, and in series parallel. Only connecting one solar panel to your charge controller will be the easiest. It will not provide enough power for a house system, but it might be fine for those portable operations, right? Simply connect the positive of the solar panel to the positive of the charge controller's solar input, and the negative of the solar panel to the negative of the charge controller's input. Remember to connect the battery to the charge controller first before connecting the solar panel. Usually, the size of the wire that comes with the solar panel will be large enough unless you need to extend its length by a lot. You will need to be very aware of the wire size from your solar panels to your charge controller so you don't use too small of a wire. Great. Now, connecting two or more similar panels in parallel will increase the current into your charge controller, but may require a larger wire size. If you have two 5-amp solar panels and connect them in parallel, you will have 10 amps into the charge controller. You will need a special combining adapter to connect each solar panel together. This method is fine for 2 or 3 panels connected in parallel. However, if you try to connect more than 1 or more than 3 panels, you might need to run a larger wire and more expensive wiring. Great. If you need to have more charging power for a larger battery bank or want to charge your batteries faster, you should consider wiring the panels in series. Connecting them in series will increase the voltage, but the current will remain the same. Now, my main system, I have 4 100-watt 12-volt panels connected in series. Each panel produces up to 20 volts at 5 amps. That 4-panel series can send 80 volts at 5 amps to my MPPT controller. Since my MPPT controller can accept up to 150 volts from my solar panels, this is not a problem. Great. My wiring run is 50 feet, but because of the higher voltage, I only need a 10-gauge wire. This saved me money as I didn't need to have larger and more expensive size wiring. As we discussed in the charge controller topic, an MPPT controller can take the higher voltage and convert it into usable charging current. Now, if you need to have even more solar power feeding your charge controller, you might wire them in parallel series. Now, back to my main solar array. I have 2 sets of 4 12-volt, 100-watt, 5-amp panels connected in series. Each set produces up to 80 volts at 5 amps. Great. I wired these 2 sets in parallel to increase the amps from 5 to 10 amps. However, the voltage remained at 80 volts. This doubled my charging without having to get larger wiring. I have provided links to wire sizing calculators and a video so you can determine the size of wire you will need based on your voltage, current, and the distance between the solar panels and charge controller. Look for those in the video description under wire sizing. One piece of equipment that makes connecting each set in parallel easy is a combiner box. Right? The one I have can accept 4 sets of panels or panel sets at a maximum of 10 amps per set. Remember, my 4 panel sets are only producing 5 to 6 amps, so no problem there. In my case, I only have 2 sets connected to the combiner box, so only 10 to 12 amps are going to the charge controller, so I only need a 10 gauge wire. If I connect those 8 100-watt 12-volt panels in parallel, I would have 40 amps going through the wiring from the solar panels to the charge controller. Great. This would require me to replace my small 10-gauge wiring with 3/0 size or 3/0 size wiring to only get that 1.55% loss that we did with the 80 volts at 10 amps. That's a wire that is almost a ½ inch in diameter. As you can see, wiring your panels so they produce more voltage can make things easier in terms of the size of wiring you need and the cost. This is the reason it's very important that you design your system before buying anything. I also provide a link to a video about many of the mistakes made in installing a solar panel. Look for it in the video description under solar system mistakes. Great. As always, please watch the expanded presentation on our YouTube channel for a better understanding and more information on the topic. Next week, we'll continue our All About Electricity series and discuss what protective equipment should you have for your solar system. If you have any questions about what we have discussed here tonight or anything about prepping, please ask during the roundtable or send your question to prepnetch14@gmail.com and enter question in the subject line. With that, back to net control.
Copy that. Thank you very much, Jim. I just want to brag a little bit, and a few people here in the net are actually aware of this. The other night, I was actually on a net. I was tied in digitally to a repeater down in South Louisiana for the net, and ran into Montana Jim there as well. Kind of a small world. Really enjoyed that. Thanks again, Montana Jim. We give a short break here real quick. All right, I just want to check. Do we have anybody else that would like to register for the net? If you would like to monitor only, that is fine as well. Just let us know when you register. Please go ahead. Okay, we're going to start the roundtable then and start taking comments and questions. Falcon in Texas. Falcon, the floor is yours. If you have any questions or comments for Jim tonight, please go ahead.
Hey, thanks for guys for running the net. No, this takes time and preparation and stuff like that. So Jim, thank you for the information provided tonight. Let me reset real quick. Yeah, the one thing about solar panels, they're very efficient, and and you can actually get free electricity out of the sun. So, very good technology. I would encourage people to actually get familiar with it and have a backup plan. I got solar panels in my house and I have a battery, and I think that's actually one of the best decisions I ever had. Every time we lose power, my house is actually one of the few houses in the neighborhood that remains with power. Likewise with my neighbor too, they actually did it as well. So yeah, they're pretty good. Very good topic. I want to wish everybody 7-3, and I'm gonna get back to net control. Thanks a lot.
So, Falcon, I'm going to ask you real quick, how many different solar panels do you have up right now for your solar panel system?
I think I have like 60 panels total, and I have 2 batteries right now running. Uh, in Texas, it's been, I have saved a lot of money, but you have to actually do it right. You got to sit down and kind of make sure your numbers make sense. I was actually going back and forth for 1 year, and I really found the formula that works for me, where I get free nights on the grid. In Texas, we can actually choose whatever company we want, and they have actually different service provider and have different plans and stuff like that. So what I did, I actually got the free nights, and then basically through the day, the sun and the batteries will actually move the house. So I only pay like $50 a month on electricity. They're very efficient. Back to you.
Copy that. Thank you very much, Falcon, for kind of describing your solar system there. Very awesome. Very awesome. We're going to continue on, though, and move down to TC in South Carolina. Am I correct? I think I might have wrote that down wrong, TC. Please correct me. The floor is yours.
Yeah, Red Bear. That's South Louisiana. South Louisiana.
Copy that, TC. Thank you very much. Do you have any questions or comments tonight?
I don't have too much to say about tonight's topic, but as I said before, the solar panels is optimal for me. And like I spoke with Montana Jim a couple weeks ago, generators have its place, but when you want an overall primary source of electricity off the grid, you got to go with solar panels. But that's all. And Montana Jim, I'm currently on YouTube looking for that comments video you told me about. I'm about to pull it up. That's all.
Hey, TC, by chance, can you let us know how many different solar panels you've got set up in the yard?
I currently don't have any solar panels set up, but if we do need some, we have some stored. We have one set up. It's about four solar panels that can be ground mounted, and we have a setup that we tested to ensure it works with a small inverter. So it goes from the solar panels, if I remember correctly, to the battery. Then it goes from the battery to the inverter, and the inverter has US plug-in spots on it. So you could charge your phone, or you could put a extension cord in for a small gadget. But we really don't have any solar panels for a house setup, but we have solar panels with inverters for backup.
Copy that. That's always a good thing, though. Always having it set up and backup just in case, being prepared. Especially since you guys were really looking down a really wicked ice storm down here not too long ago, huh, TC? Well, thank you very much for your information there. We really appreciate it, brother. We're going to move on to Silver Soldier in Pennsylvania. Silver, do you have any questions or comments tonight? The mic is yours, sir. Go ahead.
Red Bear, thank you, and Montana Jim, thanks for putting this on. I'm a first timer. So I do live in Pennsylvania, and the county I live in is where the state capital is. So there's about almost 300,000 in population in my primary home break. However, I purchased 3 years ago a roughly 22 acres with a cabin up on the top of the mountain, Potter County, which is north central PA, which has a population of about 15,000. So much more secure for that type of thing. What I'm looking to do, and I hopefully to get from some of you guys, obviously some good ideas and such, but I've investigated solar, and I'm not quite sure what to do. I cleared about an acre, so my property is all wooded. I cleared about an acre right behind the house. Well, one for put in a food plot, but two, possible solar field. If I should put it there or put it on the roof of the house, but the sun comes up right on that side, so I get a lot of sun during the first parts of the day over there. My real question, right, and something I struggled with is, the batteries that we use. I've read some places that they have about a 7-year life on them. So, are we? Is the thought that, just say the grid goes down and it's the worst case scenario, that within 7 years we'll figure something out, or is there, does anybody here have a way to refresh batteries or what have you? I guess that's my real big question right now. But thanks for having me.
Hey, Silver Soldier, sees how this is your first night. We want to give you a big welcome and say thank you for joining us. I would strongly recommend for you to go check out that YouTube channel. Again, that is the @ like you would use in an email at prepnet-talk2me. I would definitely go check that out. Like Jim said, we're in part 18 of All About Electricity right now. Everything's right there on the YouTube channel for you to check out, including all the expanded presentations. And I'm pretty sure that Jim will have some comments for you when it comes back around to him tonight. So be ready for that as well. Glad to have you here, Silver Soldier. Glad to have you here. I'm going to break real quick. I just want to do a quick check. Do we have anybody else that would like to register for the net? Please speak your name clearly and let us know what state you're in. We'll get you registered. If you would like to monitor, that's fine as well. Just let us know. If you'd like to register, please go ahead. The floor is yours.
Hey, Red Bear, this is Ghost Rescue. I'll be monitoring. How you doing? Thank you.
Copy that. We're doing good, Ghost. What state are you in, if you don't mind letting me know, please?
I am currently in New York right now, but on my way to New Jersey. That's my home base.
Copy that, Ghost. We got you down monitoring. Thanks for joining in, brother. Do we have anybody else who would like to register for the net? Please go ahead. Okay, we're going to move on to Keith in Louisiana. Keith, you got any questions or comments tonight? The floor is yours, sir.
Well, good evening, everyone on the net. No, I have a small system. I have a 12-volt system. The way I did mine was, of course, I did it different, than you should have. But I started off with just a basic little kit, and then I just expanded it as I could afford to expand it. So I wound up with 6 100 amp hour batteries in parallel, and I wound up with 16 solar panels, 4 charge controllers, and I have 4 sets of panels per charge controller, and I have I think a 3,000 watt inverter, which is also a battery charger. So I don't have my solar panels connected right now. I have them all picked up. The idea of this system is just for extreme emergencies. Because what you have there, you can't run a whole lot. Basically, you can run lights and fans, and you would think that you can run more than that, but yeah, it's not really happening. Let me recycle. But so what I do is, we have power outages and hurricanes, all this stuff. I have my generators. I have gas stored, and my idea is if I run out of gas, then I go to the solar and my battery. So it was built as a generator. Is what it was built for. Um, I would love to have a system like what Edgar got, Falcon, and that would be like the greatest thing ever. But yeah, I just have that backup system, and it works. It really does work. I run an air conditioner off of it before, like a window unit, and it really works well. With that being said, I'm gonna send it back to net control.
Thanks a lot, Keith. Thanks a lot. And somebody like me in Michigan, when he's talking about trying to run a fan or an air conditioner, I might be scratching my head. But one thing we got to realize is he's down in Louisiana. TC's down there as well. You guys can definitely vouch for the fact you have different weather down there than what we do up here in Michigan. So, or even Silver Soldier there in Pennsylvania. You know, so we're all going to prepare differently to handle emergency situations. So that's why I may not be too concerned about a fan or air conditioning, where somebody in a hotter climate like Keith definitely would be. Thanks a lot, Keith. Really appreciate that. I'm going to give a quick break here. And we're down to Donna in Montana. Donna, dear, how are you doing tonight? And do you have any questions or comments?
Oh, good evening. Happy Super Bowl Sunday, everyone. I'm doing pretty good. My comment is that I am checking out the video that Montana Jim linked, the one about top mistakes, and it's quite interesting. I'm looking at the one, number 5, where it's talking about not understanding what you're doing regarding especially wire sizing and such. It's quite interesting. So I recommend it, people checking it out and looking for that link on the YouTube channel.
Thanks a lot, Donna. I'm actually going to check that video out tonight after the net. I'm kind of excited to look at that myself. So, I've got to agree with what Donna said and what Jim said. You definitely want to get this configured and have it ready to go. There's a lot of safety and health risks involved in this as well that we have to look at. So, Genius here one time, off subject a little bit, trying to fix a snowblower once and electrocuted myself off the spark plug. I mean, that's just a spark plug, and Jim's talking about running a lot of watts through the system, so you can definitely wind up hurting yourself, if not killing yourself with it. So you definitely want to know what you're doing. Thanks a lot, Donna. I'm going to give one more break here. I just want to check one last time here. Do we have anybody else who would like to register for the net? The floor is yours. Go ahead.
Hey, Red Bear, it's Big Daddy Dave. Sorry, man, I was super late. I got on a over an hour conversation with Terry and talking about Hamlink and everything. And anyway, I'm late, so I just not popped on, so I just wanted to check in.
Copy that, Big Daddy Dave. That'll be detention for you after the net. You're in Indiana, correct?
Yeah, Southwest Missouri.
Copy that. We got you down. Do we have anybody else that would like to register for the net? Okay, Dave, how much of the topic did you catch tonight, if any?
I didn't catch any. I heard you talking about a little bit, and then as soon as you said if anybody wanted to register, then I keyed up. So I didn't hear anything. Sorry about that.
That's okay. I'll give you a quick rundown here. So what we're doing is we're looking at how do we wire up our solar panel. And one thing Jim strongly recommended was configure it on paper. When you start this project, draw it all out. Before you buy anything, before you do anything, make sure you've got it down on paper and you've done your research and it'll work. I'm going to give a short break here. We did go through a lot of other information. I've got some really bad notes. I apologize. Otherwise, I'd give you more information. But we definitely have it on the YouTube channel there. And Jim is also providing us with links this week and wire sizing information. So, and he also posted a video some people are already checking out, solar system mistakes. So I recommend you checking that out, Big Daddy Dave. Do you have anything else you would like to talk about before we hand it back over to Jim?
No, I don't think so. I appreciate you doing a recap for me.
Copy that. All right, Jim, we're going to go ahead and pass the mic back to you. So maybe you can answer some questions and give your thoughts on everybody's comments and questions tonight.
Okay, thank you, Red Bear. Thanks for the good roundtable. And I'll sort of start on my notes, which aren't that great either. One, since we're talking about notes, if you do go on the website, on the All About Electricity one, there is a link in the video description to a PDF, which is all of the slides, visuals, etc. So you can view that, and you can download it, and you can print it. So if you're bad like me at taking notes, that's a really good thing because, as we've discussed before, you need to have hard copies of all of your emergency plans and emergency information and how-to books, etc., etc. So this is a good way to do that. So let me break real quick, because I know I'm going to be long-winded here. And yeah, I'll agree with Red Bear there. And we've pushed this a lot. We're giving general information on a broad range of topics and how deep you get into it. So we're getting pretty deep into this all about electricity thing because I happen to have a system that is fairly large. It does not run my house, as I've said, but it's a pretty large system. But again, we all have to prepare differently and prepare for what works for you. So let me break here and we'll go down to the next line. Falcon, it sounds to me like you have a grid tie system, which we have not covered here. I didn't want to get into that. You talk about another can of worms or another deep rabbit hole to jump down. Grid tie systems is just a whole different thing. So we decided, or I decided not to cover that. But yeah, that is a way. You don't have to have a grid tie system to save money if you you have your solar and you wire it into your house with sub panels, and so you run some circuits off your solar, which will reduce what you pay to the electric company. But again, that's beyond what we want to go. That gets real super complicated. Let me break here. We'll go back to TC there. Yeah, TC, the setup you've got, that's fine. I'm not advocating that everybody go out and get a system like mine. No. You need to figure out what's going to work for you. You need to figure out, I don't need anything in the house because I'm not staying here if something happens. Then you need to concentrate on getting a portable system, which we have talked about. And that's going to be cheaper than doing a much larger system. So we'll throw that out there. And yeah, having 4 panels stored away, that's not a problem. I actually have 7 extra panels that are stored away in case I need to expand my system or need to replace a damaged or defective panel. So having a system just for emergencies is not a bad thing. Let me break. And now I've got this Silver Soldier there. Yeah, good you got the land. Again, I will repeat what Red Bear said. This is the 18th part of All About Electricity. And we started out at the very, very beginning of how you figure out how much electricity you need, what things should you run, what shouldn't you run, got into different types of batteries, all sorts of other things. So I would highly recommend to go to our YouTube site and watch those. Let me break. Since we have a lot of different topics up there, what you're going to want to look for if you're interested in the solar thing is everything will have a 07. So it'll be 07, 07A, B. That's the beginning of our All About Electricity series. And I would highly recommend that you watch it. It will probably give you a lot of information. You're talking about what batteries are best. We do cover that. And I'll just give you a quick cheat, lithium iron phosphate. But anyway, so, and if you have any questions after watching that whole series, please shoot us a question at our email. Let me break it again, because I told you I have a big mouth. Down there to Keith. You save a small 12-volt system. 6 100 amp hour batteries I wouldn't class as a small system. Although I think you said before those are lead acid, if I remember correctly, which means that instead of 600 amp hours of capacity, you've got about 300 amp hours of capacity, because we've discussed the deals. The 16 solar panels, 4 charge controllers. Some might look at that. I have 16 panels that are sitting out right now on 2 charge controllers, and I have 2 backup charge controllers. So having multiple charge controllers, as long as you get them wired properly, is not a bad thing, and you have backup. So if one fails, you're still producing at least something. So that's not a bad thing. Let me break again. And a 3,000 watt inverter is not bad. A lot of people tend to get a little bit too small of an inverter. They don't think about, well, what happens in the future? How can I expand? I've got a 2,000 watt and a 5,000 watt split phase. And then I have backups just in case anything goes wrong. So, and let me break one more time. And I'll go with Donna. Yeah, that mistakes in installing solar systems was pretty interesting and sort of covers a lot of the things, and you get a lot more visuals than obviously what I can do here. And just quickly, we'll just beat the dead horse for Big Daddy. That's the reason we put this stuff up on the up on YouTube. Is everybody can't be here every week. So if you miss a session, you can turn around and go back and watch an expanded presentation, which has more information and pretty visuals and all that other stuff. Plus, we put the recording of the whole deal on, so you can hear our roundtable, et cetera, et cetera. I think I about beat the dead horse until there's almost nothing left. So I'll throw it back to Red Bear.
Hey, Jim, I've actually got a couple questions for you after listening to everything. First question, how often is your solar panel systems running? I think I lost you there, Jim. Were you able to hear my question?
Yeah, I might not have. I'm on a new radio. I might not have hit the button right. That's it depends. So what happens is, in my case, I don't have my solar panels connected right now. I have the disconnects on them off because the batteries are full. I'm not taking much out, and if I keep the solar connected, the BMSs will shut down the charging. So there's no reason to do that. So it sort of depends on what your situation is. Does that answer that question? And did you hear me?
Yes and yes. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, when setting up a system more like yours, or even in Falcon's case, should I be concerned about the lifespan of my solar panels?
good question. And I think I was going to say this, but I didn't. First, there's two lifespans. There's a lifespan of your solar panels. There's a lifespan of the batteries. If you get lithium iron phosphate batteries, and you don't just beat them to heck, as we've covered in our series, you can get the batteries can last longer than you will. Let's just put it that way. Unlike lead acid batteries, that's where the seven-year thing comes from, is lead acid. Do not get lead acid. Let me break. On the solar panels will have a purported lifespan of 20 to 25 years, depending on the manufacturer, et cetera, et cetera. What that means, well, lifespan means within, if they say 20 years, at 20 years, you will still get 85% of the capacity of the solar panel. It doesn't mean it quits working. Say like a lead acid battery, it seems like the new batteries now, they work today and they don't work tomorrow. You will still get usable power out of your solar panels, but you should get, minus any problems with damage or anything, you should get at least 20 years out of them and still have a decent amount of electricity coming out of them.
Copy that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm just going to do one last check here real quick. Do we have anybody else that would like to register for the net tonight? Please go ahead. And if you'd like to monitor only, just let me know. The floor is yours.
Fireman Jay, I'm on the side getting ready to go out the doors, but I'm standing by listening.
Copy that, Jay. We got you down. You're over in New York as well, correct?
Yes, sir. Currently in the Caribbean, but I live in New York, Long Island, New York, not too far from Uncle D.
Copy that. Well, we're glad to have you here, Jay. Do we have anybody else that would like to register? Please go ahead. All right. Well, then we'll continue on. At this time, we're going to open the floor up for any announcements that we have. We'll take her one step at a time. I've got a pretty big announcement here. Let me give a short pause. With the start of the new CRS platform, the Community Radio Service platform, right around the corner, Jason Ford has tasked me with being his net manager. So starting tomorrow, me and Mama Katie will be looking for new net controllers for the CRS platform. If you're interested in that, just keep your ear out tomorrow throughout the day. We'll be discussing things with people and talking to them. Running a net is actually a lot of fun, and you can do it on a whole array of topics, whatever you would like. Let me give a short break again. I may even start another net looking for people just to help me run the net and have whatever subject they would like for the night, like a guest net controller. So we can work together and learn how to build nets together. One more short break. All right, I'm going to call Big Daddy Dave out here real quick. I'm sure he would like to talk to us about the GroupMe page and tell us what we've got going on there as well. Big Daddy Dave, the mic is yours, sir.
Thank you, Red Bear. And yeah, I'm excited about that CRS as well. Just know I'll be interested in helping in any way I can myself. So as far as the Ready Prepper, if anybody wants to join, basically it's kind of an open forum or open group that you can contribute to any content, and we would love for you to do that if you want to join. And I've got it in there now. It says the Ready Prepper featuring PrepNet. So if you guys want to join, just come on over. I don't really have anything specific, but it's just basically a group where you can learn from other people that post anything prepper related. or readiness related. So if anybody wants to join, just come on over. We'll get you added. Thanks, Red Bear.
Copy that, Big Daddy Dave. Thank you very much. And for those of you that have ham licenses, I'm going to give you a little secret about Big Daddy Dave. He just passed his ham exam the other night, and now he has his technician's ticket. So please make sure to welcome him. I'm sure we're going to be seeing him around on the different repeaters here. He's already playing around with Echo Link, so having a good time with that. Big Daddy Dave, we're glad you got your license and you joined the ham community. Thank you very much. Okay, do we have anybody else with any other announcements? The floor is yours.
Hey, Red Bear, I'm gonna announce my Echolink net. Just y'all already know about it, but just in case if anybody else is lingering around here, I have a Echolink net on Thursday nights at 8:00 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:00 p.m. Central Time on the Echolink room of Whiskey 5 Bravo Mike Charlie - Romeo, room number 507010. That's Whiskey 5 Bravo Mike Charlie - Romeo 507010. And it's just a basic Ratu net. We have a nice group of people that's on there, and we'd like to invite whoever has a license, a ham license, because you need to be a licensed operator to be able to even get Echolink. But we invite all licensed hams to come to our nets on Thursday nights. Thank you, Red Bear.
Okay, bro, it's Big Daddy Dave. Real quick, if you're not a member of the Ready Prepper, would you do me a favor and get on there and then post that information? That would be good to have on there. So, sorry, Red Bear.
You're okay, Big Daddy Dave. Keith, go ahead if you want to talk to him a little bit more there.
Yeah, I'm not on there, but I could get on there. Red Bear, if you would send me that information so I can join it, that'd be great.
Yeah, Keith, I'll get on that right now. Thank you very much. That's awesome. And Big Daddy Dave, that was a good question. Appreciate that very much. Do we have anybody else that has any other announcements? Falcon, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and discuss the net that a few of us were able to join tonight, if you would.
Yeah, definitely. There's actually a net that runs on Sundays at 2 p.m. Eastern Central Time. It's actually it's actually a local repeater here in my area, but you can actually access via All Star. So if you have actually All Star, the note number is going to be 41087, and that's actually going to be every Sunday at 2 p.m. Central Time. That's called digitally. I'm sorry, it's a tongue twister. Digitally speaking, and they actually talk about different topics and things like that. Tonight they actually had a very good topic. It was very, very good. And also, gotta confirm this, but on February 16 on the same note on All Star, I think I'm gonna be actually running my first ham radio net. That's actually gonna be 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. So if you guys can make it, that's actually on February 16th. That's actually a training information net, and let me reset real quick. Anybody can actually join from any part of the country. So I'll be confirming that, but I think for now it's actually going to be February 16th. Thanks for the opportunity to actually make some announcements. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Falcon. Thank you very much. And just to give you guys a head up on Keith's net this last Thursday night, that's where I ran into Montana Jim. I thought it was kind of funny. Neither one of us knew we were coming. So had a really good time on that net. Thanks again, Keith. And Falcon's Net this afternoon was really good too. Check that out. They were all very welcoming in there, and I was able to get in, have a good time. They were kind of asking, as far as ham operators, what would you recommend for new hams to do or not to do? And what did you wish you knew back when you first got your ham license? So it was a pretty good time. Had a really good time. I'm going to give a little break here. Going to give one last shout here. Do we have anybody else that would like to register for the net? Please go ahead. Okay, then before we wrap the net up, we're going to throw some information at everybody. Start off with that email address again. That is prepnetch14@gmail.com. Again, that is prepnetch14@gmail.com. If you have a question in the subject line, please put question. If you have a comment, please put comment. We take everybody's comments and questions to heart, especially if they're emailed, and we do present them in future nets as well to get the questions answered. With that, I'm going to pause again. One more time, the YouTube channel, that is going to be at PrepNet-Talk2Me. Again, that is the @ like you would use in an email at PrepNet-Talk2Me. Talk to me will be one word, the word talk with the number 2 and me at the end of it, at PrepNet-Talk2Me. Please make sure to check out those expanded presentations as well there, as well as getting caught up on the nets. And also check out the extra links and the wire sizing information that Jim has presented, along with the solar system mistakes. Check those out too. I'm going to be watching that as well. I'm going to give one more short break. And as Jim has stated, with everything all about electricity, we're on part 18. We do have PDF files that you can download and print off if you would like, so you have that information for later note taking or just to have a solid copy. Jim, that's amazing. I want to thank you for doing that. I just want to let everybody know as well that Jim does actually put everything together himself for all these nets, and he does run the YouTube channel as well as the email. I think Jim's been doing an amazing job giving us information and also keeping everything running for us, keeping the lights on here with his net. So I want to say thank you very much, Jim, for all your hard work. We really all appreciate it. I'm going to give one more short break. I also want to thank everybody for registering tonight, even if you were only monitoring. We really enjoy that. If you're in the background monitoring tonight and you did not register, maybe next Sunday will be your Sunday to register. We do appreciate it if you're monitoring only, just to let us know you're here, Get your name down, let us know you don't want to be bothered. Well, let's sit back and listen. We enjoy that. For everybody that did register, I want to give a special thank you to you, and I'm going to give a short break. I'm getting long-winded now, too. Without everybody registering for the net, we wouldn't have any need to run this net, so thank you very much to everybody that did register. It means a lot to us. It shows us that people are interested in the information that's being presented. So thanks again to everybody. With that, we've got about 8 minutes left, so we're just going to do a quick little rag chew here to the end of the hour. So the mic is open. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Red Bear and Montana Jim. I watched that video that you told me about. I got a kick out of that. That made my day.
I just got a quick comment before I go. I have some people in my house already. Maintenance on the panels, they're very important. Cleaning it up so they can actually work well. Very important, because a lot of people actually get the panels, they forget to clean them up at least twice a year. That's actually super important. I want to wish everybody Sun 3, and I'm signing out. Talk to you guys later.
Hey, thanks for being here, Falcon. You have a great night.
I also want to thank Montana Jim. He does a phenomenal job. He also, I want to talk to or comment on his speaking ability and to teach over a radio. And I know that that's a lot really hard to do, but you're very articulate and you come across very well. So appreciate all the information and all of your hard work going into the YouTube video and everything that you do, and just wanted to give you that.
Well, I appreciate that, Big Daddy, and all the other comments there. And yeah, it's worthwhile. I'm a believer in passing on what I've learned, so you guys don't make the same mistakes I did, because I made a bunch of them. So, and just quickly, there's over 30 presentations on the website. So there's a lot of info there, and there's still a lot of info we have to cover. And just as a quickie, once we finish the All About Electricity, we are probably going to go on to the All About Communications, which is going to be another interesting one, but hopefully not as long as the All About Electricity. Anyway, thank you. Back to Red Bear.
Thank you, Red Bear. This is Ghost. I'll be setting up an appointment with you so we can go over the 26 mobile base shortly. Well, soon, actually. Thank you very much for everyone here. I'll be talking to you guys next Sunday.
Copy that, Ghost. You have a great night. Glad you were here, man. Really enjoyed having you here. And yeah, definitely. If anybody's got the 26 Rescue mobile base and they would like to get it programmed on the analog side, if you want to set up an appointment time with me to do that, I will happily go out and warm the car up and set and walk you through everything. So just let me know if you've got that radio and you want to get that bugger programmed. I'll help you out. Thanks a lot, Ghost. Do we have anybody else that has any comments or any last things they want to talk about before we close the net? Go ahead. The floor is yours.
Hey, Red Bear, if you don't mind, could you send me a message? I put my phone number in the GroupMe private message to you, or you can just shoot me a message through the GroupMe. Could you send me the antenna again for that 26 base again? I just wanted to make sure I get the correct one, because I am going to put a pole up, and I want to get it ordered and get the right coax and all of that to get that connected.
What I'll do for you here, Big Daddy Dave, I'll just let you know the company I went through. You can go through and look at their base style antennas, because I actually purchased a mobile antenna from them, but that was Comet Antennas. So I went ahead and sent you that link. And when I tried to purchase through them, they have a couple of affiliates they go through, like DX Engineering. I've dealt with DX Engineering before, so I went ahead and ordered my antenna right through them, right through the Comet website. It worked out beautiful. I got my antenna right away. So I'm going to give a short break. Also, Jason Ford did announce this week he is currently working with the company Comet to start bringing us Comet antennas on the Talk to Me website. So here coming soon, we will have those Comet antennas as well. Kind of some really good news for everybody gobbling up those 26 Rescue mobile bases. Okay, check the time here. We got 1 minute left. Do we have any last comments, questions, or concerns tonight? Please go ahead.